Happy Friday, Roncha Ranchers. I hope everybody had a wonderful week. For us, this week was dominated by the weather. We had torrential downpours, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds, we had 20-degree shifts in temperature, both up and down. This spring has been very weird, but with the weather, it has made the muddiest pony contest very interesting. So you can see Louie, who has been in the lead for most of the contest, and so he got clean with the rain. So during the 50-mile-an-hour winds and the torrential rain, they all stood outside. The wind was coming from what we call the wrong direction. The expansion was made with the intention of the wind coming out of the west, and it came out of the east right into their shelter. So they weren't real happy with that. So what did they do? They stood out in the rain and they got all clean. Then the temperature swung up, and today was another beautiful day, and so Louie obviously took a nap somewhere. So here are some spaces that they like to lay. So here is one, and let's see if you guys can guess which spot is which. So I'll show you all the spots, and then I'll tell you whose is who. So this is spot number 1. We have spot number 2, which is being used at the moment, so you know who likes to use this spot. If you're new to the Facebook Live, this is my personal horse, Roni, who is done a remarkable job this year of getting totally and absolutely muddy. He is normally not one of the muddy guys, but he has done a valiant effort to get into the contest. He, because of the wind and the rain, stayed out the most, and he was much muddier. But he's still got some goop. Right, buddy? So he's got some mud on this side. So he's still pretty muddy. Right, bud? Aye. Oop. Watch your eye. So this is another spot. In another spot. So if you're paying attention, you can see a theme that's going on here. So this is spot 2 and spot, we'll call this one 3. So pay attention. There's hints on who's laying where with these spots. And then there's this spot. So this is spot 4. And then this is spot 5. So spot 1, which was the first one, 2, which we'll call this front one, and 4 are Charlie. And you can tell because of the white hair. This spot, which I told you that Roni gave up, this is his spot. And then the last spot is actually Aber's. So you can tell because of the hair. So he is shedding like a banshee right now. And that's his hair. Yes, I do know the different hairs of the horses. So that's what they've been doing. Being little goofballs. So you've seen how muddy Roni Rones is. You've seen how muddy Louie is. So let's go see the other two. Excuse me while I walk over. It is muddy and it is slippery. So I have to take my time. So you may be wondering why Louie is on high alert right now. So Louie historically does not like deer. And you probably can't see them way out there, but there is a very large herd of deer that have been going on our pastures that are closed. And Louie is always on high alert. So I'm not sure if you can see right over that middle post, that white out there, those are the deer. But here's Aber's. So like I said, Abe was sleeping out there. Yeah, I showed you his spot. And you can see that he was laid all the way out because his little face is muddy. And he is a good amount of muddy. And you can see, easy buddy, how much the boy is shedding. And he gets groomed. It's not like he doesn't get groomed, but there is just so much hair that just comes off of him. So every day we groom him, and every day he comes back with more and more hair. But the reigning champion of being muddy is Charlie Boy. He has been the reigning champion, and I thought Louie was going to take it this year, but he has taken it to the next level. So, as you can see, I showed you his spots. Look how muddy he is. And this doesn't even do it justice. This morning, when he got up from sleeping, it was all wet. And it was a tremendous amount of mud. So when he sleeps, he lays all the way out. And his other side wasn't muddy. So this afternoon or during the day, he must have slept on the other side. But the reigning champion of mud, Charlie Boy. This is impressive. This is impressive even for him. So right now, Charlie has taken the incredible lead on muddiness. So this upcoming week, it's going to be raining and snow. And with Charlie, to be honest, I don't worry about the mud on him and grooming like I do the other guys, because he cleans himself by standing out in the rain and getting the mud off of him. And then I can go in and do a better job of grooming. Sometimes the mud actually is, when it's caked on and that dry, it bothers him when I groom him. So he has historically done a good job of getting himself clean, so then I can properly groom him. But as far as how everybody's health has been doing, everybody has been doing well. The temperature, everybody has liked the temperature change and getting a little warmer, and has gotten a little spunky. And but everybody is doing well. Even Louie, with the temperature change, he's had a couple of moments where he I shouldn't say moments, a couple of days where he has had some issues, but nothing as severe as he normally does. So he's actually had a very good winter / spring. So that's a good thing. And he is looking at the deer. So he'll start running around because he can see the deer. And which makes Roni nervous. Roni and him do not get along. Roni is actually quite scared of him. So he keeps his distance. But that is what Lulu is looking at, is the deer over there. When there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over there. It's the little family that comes and visits us. So that's how these guys are doing. Let's go and see Punky. I'm just going to grab the hair that I got off because Abe is on the move with his hay. Excuse me. I don't want him to eat his hair. Sorry about that. I got sick a couple weeks ago and I can't shake completely the cough. So I apologize for coughing. Just me, Pumpkin. So the little princess is doing well. She is not participating as much as the boys, but she still does like to lay down in the mud a little bit. But you can't really see the spots like you can with the boys. But she's doing well. She's continuing to lose weight, which is a good thing, because I know Dr. Lauren is going to slap my hand for her being too heavy. So we have about a month to go before Dr. Lauren comes. So we still have time to get even more weight off of her. Don't worry, she's not starving by any means. We just got to get some weight off of her, though. But she's doing well. She loves having the volunteers come out and groom her and love on her. She's been running and playing, and she actually, like I said, last week has been spending more time in the barn. So when it was windy, she's protected. So it's usually the opposite way. Usually her side is the windier side and the colder side. When the storm hit this week, her side was the warmer side and the calmer side. So she was happy as a lark being in the barn, sleeping in here. She does. It's interesting. I don't know what it is with this spot. If you have been with us for a while, you know this was Barney's spot. This is where Barney laid. And I don't know what it is with that spot, but lots of horses have laid there. And now Pumpkin likes to lay there. So it's very interesting. At least I find it interesting. But anyway, so she's been sleeping in there and doing very, very well. Apparently she's also tired this evening because she's half asleep while she's finishing up her dinner. But that is how the gang is doing. We are about a month and a half away from our May sale. If you have time tomorrow morning around 10 o'clock, you can, if you have time to help us sort some of the items for the sale, that would be muchly appreciated. We're getting started with setting up, so we have to move some things out of the shed and the garage and put tables up and get everything ready. So it's at 34 Argyle in Amherst. It's off of Eggert. It's Eggert and LeBrun. It's the next street towards Main Street, if you're on Eggert. So it's between Main and Eggert and LeBrun. It's that area. So it's 34 Argyle in Amherst, if you just want to GPS it. But like I said, we'll be there starting at 10 o'clock. And more hands makes the work lighter. So would really appreciate anybody who wants to come out and help. And, you know, you may not be able to donate, but donating your time is just as precious, and we very much would appreciate it. All right, Roan Charm Ranchers, that's it for this week. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and we will talk next week. Be well, guys.